Ta-da! I am home. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. I have a little bit of a cold, so apologize while I'm coughing. I don't have COVID. I took a COVID test. Just a little bit of cold from the rain and the fog and the mist and all the wonderful things in Ireland. It's so nice to be home. Oh my gosh, nothing is better than home after 3 weeks. And I had the most amazing time. It was absolutely so incredible on so many different levels. And I shared a lot of pictures on Facebook, and so people that are on Facebook can go into those places and see them if you're one of my friends on Facebook. So, thank you all for supporting me in this journey, and I hope you enjoyed some of the things that I wrote. Let's do the numerology and astrology for the 27th of September 2022. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 24, and if you add the 2 and the 4 together, you get the number 6. The number 6 seems to demand stillness in a new and profoundly insightful way. Take a look at the qualities within that others might see as impossible and challenging. Often, we cannot see from the inside what others see from the outside, but then there are moments that give us insight. Sometimes that insight is one of horror at what we unknowingly put others through. Other times, we suddenly see the small things we do for the positive impact that we did not seem to understand in our rush to keep going. This number is the opposite of rushing. Rushing makes mistakes. Rushing does not allow us to fully understand the perspectives of others. Rushing does not allow our heart to lead in critical moments. Rushing is the mind and ego forcing action in moments when we are not quite prepared and are often afraid. That is why today, intend to stop and observe rather than go into the patterns of habit. Just because habits feel normal does not mean they allow our natural self to be seen and appreciated by others. The astrology today. The moon will shift out of fair-minded Libra and into the more insightful and probing sign of Scorpio this evening. That should help us make sense out of a lot of things. Lessons happen, but often the deeper layers of understanding only arise later. Too often, our mind makes up purpose and meanings that really mean little or nothing later in the bigger scheme of things. Mercury will trine to Pluto, and that can kick off our mental and communication skills up a notch. Let the new insight come forward and let it guide you to the creative endeavor, the next creative endeavor. Mercury will come out of retrograde pattern on October 2nd, so things still seem a bit off. Make no ultimatums for a few weeks. We might be embarrassed by our demands later. What is important is for us to be in reflection and to go for deeper understanding. After all, seeing truth that has been avoided for decades can be hard to unravel. We create patterns of justification to make ourselves the hero in a story that is filled with those suffering in the human condition, and we are also there. Yet we can still give gifts even when we are not whole. Kindness can still be wonderful even when it is offered in small ways. We are unraveling many negative patterns that have accumulated from the past. It is always best to let such things go before we die. If we try to do them after we die, then we have to come back into a similar pattern to do things all over again. Mars and Saturn will also trine, bringing more discipline and patterns of objective moderation into our traditional patterns of habit. Now, remember, pace yourselves, do all things in a slower and more profound way. That will probably be better overall. Thanks, everyone.